was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive.
Hello, everybody. I should not have made the Swedish chef joke in the Discord. That has given me the giggles. So let's get this guy going. And apparently, weeds have grown. Things what I've done off camera, real quick at the start of the stream. I have cleared this area and smoothed this area mostly. I did cheat in quite a lot of money, but I cheated it back out. You also notice that there's a... Okay, yeah, mostly I need to fix this bit here, but I'm not going to go too close to the fields while they're still got crop in them. I've also plowed a line here that is going to be the edge of the mega field. I actually need to come back in and grab... I need to grab the plow and actually get a... kind of a second guideline around that pole thingy. If I mean the gift that I put in Discord, then yes. I'm not going to even click on the link because I know what it is. How was Dave today? Not as busy as he should have been. Dave needs to record after this stream. Right. What's the button to do this? Hey, I guessed it right first time. Helper B is a full grain tank. Well, that's the least of my worries right now. I want to get the circle drawn in the mega field here, or what will be the mega field. At last, a decent tractor. I will be going back to the Arma track very soon. That's going to be my karting tractor. Am I? I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night. I basically watched the Soyuz come down last night because it came down from space and stuff. And by the time that was done, it was like 7 or like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, well, there's no point in sleeping now. I did see that, Maddie. I just haven't got around to it yet. I did start the engine. Did I see the new mods on the crap? I knew I meant to do something. The IT runner's up there. It's the IT runner and the thing, the Deutz from Giants, and that's all I know about. Yeah, an ambulance. Well, dude, are you okay? Hey, Irish. Is it just those two? Is it just the IT runner and Deutz? That's it. Okay. There's no drive control, Dave. Where did I abandon the trailer? Abandon the trailer over there. Okay. I will need to draw the line for this end of the field as well, or this end of the mega field as well, but I can't do it until I've got the this field finished, because I want to do some smoothing over here. What's chest infection? Got bad. Can breathe. All good now. Oh, hopefully you get well soon, dude. Last month before Christmas. I'm 90% sure that's it before Christmas now. Short of Christmas miracle. I think is the only way we'd get more mods before Christmas. So the plan. This is the plow we're going to be using, and I can't hire a worker to do this. The plan is, I did cut a chunk off this field here, so we're going to start the mega field over here, because it's the easiest place. Am I still in create fields? Yes. So I'm going to go off at a jaunty angle here. Suffering from chest pain, your mom thinks it's esophagitis. Starting Tuesday night, you go to the ER with ambulance. You're there 2 to 7 PM yesterday. Well, I hope you get well soon too, Sly. How do you access the log files? If you know where your mod folder is, the Farming Simulator 19 Farming Simulator 2019 folder. Comeback? What? Farming Simulator 2019 folder. Scroll down, you'll see a file called log.txt, and that's the one you want. Or if you're cheeky like me and you've got DevTools on, just press the tilde key. Problem is once we get the mega field actually done, we're gonna actually have to do headlands. Lots of illness around. Yeah, I've got like half of a cold, and it's just the annoying half where you feel like crap. You're the pre-trip jitters. I know them all too well. But at least you're going on holiday. You don't have anything to worry about once you get to Fiji. Oh, the plow was folded. The plow was folded this entire time. Also, I need to turn the volume of the game back up because I turned it down last night. Thank you for the save game. I was wondering why it was so quiet. Yeah, I turned the game down last night when I was doing the off-camera forestry. There we go. I know, by the way, that in reality you'd never turn with a plow on the back, but it's Farm Sim, you can do it. Spent half an hour wondering why your train piece painter or your train detail painter wasn't working. Was it because you'd run out of money, Curtis? I bet it was because you'd run out of money. By the way, it does seem like they've nerfed it or buffed it. I don't know which way it goes properly, but they seem to have decreased the cost of terraforming quite a lot in actual 2.0 or 1.2, not 2.0. In actual 1.2, the price of terraforming seems to be much reduced, so I think I might have been much ado about nothing for the last little while with regards to the price. So Helper 2 has finished the task, that's fine. You now are going into field 19. This is where a second combine would be super helpful. You're going into field 19 now to basically do the same thing again. Hope we get a small tractor-powered wood chipper. I'm kind of surprised that the smallest one, like, left after 17. Because the smallest one, sure, it was mostly useless, but it was, you know, it had its uses. They were rare, but it did have some uses. Right, you're off. Good. I can get back to the ploughing that we have to do. Imagine we just got a massive mod done tomorrow, keep the whining people happy. So mods are mods, and like, you're hardly gonna expect Giants to bring out a whole butt ton of new mods when they've just created, you know, an entire game. They've kind, you know, Giants have been kind of busy and distracted from making mods by making some game, farming Spamulator, 1992 or something. I'm not entirely sure. But apparently, like, Giants have been very busy working on a game recently. And modders have been very busy not having the correct tools available to them recently. Which having like a working version of GE is incredibly important for modders. I know Oxy was kind of pushing on with the version he had. So was Matt, XJS, so was Dustiso. I'm not saying they couldn't make mods. I'm saying that the tools weren't 100% ready. Or GE wasn't 100% ready. Maddie, I completely agree with you, though. Like, that's the thing, is I can't argue with that point of view, because there is just this group of people that want everything and want everything now and want only new things to be brought out as mods. And I'm gonna be honest here. I wanted the IT runner. I forgot to download it, but I wanted that because it's useful. It's actually bloody useful. Also, that song is terrible. Also, I just need to check something here. So I'm gonna put in the server info for the server. Just because I don't think... Oh no, it is working correctly. Why is that bit not working then? Like, half of my Stream Deck is working, the other half is not. Oh, now it's working because I pressed the... What? That doesn't make any sense, Stream Deck! Giants went Merry Christmas, Dave. Landy's been wanting it as well. I think people who, when it initially came out in, what was it, FS15 it came out initially, were kind of wary of it, have now realized that it's actually one of the better things Giants have brought out as a, initially a DLC, now mods, because it's just so versatile. Sure, the trailer itself, the actual hook lift bit of the hook lift pack is super expensive. But it's so versatile after that that it's very difficult to not like it. Also, I've just realized, do these fields need plowing? No, good. That would have been really annoying if they needed plowing as well. It's so good and helpful. Exactly, like, that's one of the things, like, people are gonna bitch about it constantly, and that's their prerogative too. I don't care, I'm not going to listen to them at this point. But Giants are bringing out stuff that has been very highly requested. Like, I've been begging for IT Runner to come back. Begging. Sure, Matties. I need to reply to you on Facebook anyway, so when I do, we can have that chat. So if you're wondering why I'm plowing at random, if you're just joining... Hey, Rob! If you're wondering why I'm just randomly plowing if you're just joining and somehow haven't paid attention to the title or the thumbnail, I'm making a mega field. I'm gonna be joining fields 18, 19, and 20. I've already got rid of the little forestry area that was there. That's just gone forever. And yeah, I'm merging the fields together. More mods will come in time, just have to be patient. These people don't know the meaning of the word patient. Also, I probably should have emptied this. Just looking at the fill level, I probably should have emptied that while I had the chance. I'm famous for randomness. Yes, I actually want to real quick just address something, because there's a website that I've completely forgotten that exists that I do trust. And I've been saying, oh, I'm only going to get mods from FSUK and Giants Mod Up. I'm going to add PCSG to that list because I know some of the guys that are in charge of it. Also, even though there probably won't be any mods on it, the one the SOB team set up that I can't remember the name of right now. Those two sites, what the word? Yeah, those two websites are being added to the list of places where I can get mods. However, I won't be using Stevie's mods because I don't like them. Even though his mods are on PCSG, they don't agree with me. So, oh, the price has changed. Where the hell is the train station mill? Oh, hey, that's vaguely actually useful. That's probably actually just as far as the Grain Elevator East, but less of a weird and wonderful drive. Taking a break from S19 the year to play lots of the Hunter. The Hunter is a very inconsistent game. The Hunter is very inconsistent in terms of development. Like, something new comes out and it is a Fallout 76 level bug-ridden mess. Landy tried the newest DLC literally once, and that one time he tried it, it crashed. It also apparently has some issues with AMD cards, AMD graphics cards, where it crashes. Hey Jack, how's it going? It's going good. How's it going with you? I'm really not sure if this was more convenient than the grain elevator or the port southeast, to be honest. But I mean, it works. Actually, is there a grain elevator near the yards I'm working? No, there's no railroad silo near the yards I'm working. That would have been really bloody useful. So it's this button. Hey, remember what button I needed. Plus points. What's the mega field gonna be? Big. Do you think I've planned that far ahead, simulator guy? Do you seriously think I've actually planned that far ahead to have the mega field be something other than big? I don't know what crop I'm gonna... It might be canola. Might be soybeans. It will not be poplars before somebody says that, and it will not be sugarcane before somebody says that. And it will not be potatoes before somebody says that. And it will not be sugar beets before somebody says that. I'm not sure if you guys said it because I said it, or I actually got in before you guys. Oilseed radish. I could do that, to be fair, Darth. That's a thing that I could do, because all you do to oilseed radish is cultivate it. I'm with you there, Curtis. I always just have this inherent need to let that play through. People need to learn to wait a bit more. Like, I'm looking forward to Oxy's map. Marwell, I think is the name, because I'm terrible at map names. I'm looking forward to it. I want it now. Am I gonna throw a hissy fit if I don't get it now? Now, because I know that it's something that's going to be worth waiting for because it's Oxy. Do I want more mods? Sure. Am I unhappy with the amount of vehicles that are in game already? No. I've not used most of them yet. Heck, the most used vehicle I have is probably the Arma Track, which somehow has 19 hours on it. Hey, Tommy. By the way, I am still completely in love with this little Arma Track. It is just it's an absolute beast. Game's been out a month, there's a lot of time to go. There really is, and... Why can I hear... What kind of lunatic made this song? It sounds like there's a song playing under the song. thought I had something open in a tab that I'd forgotten about. Just 820 hours on FS19. I have 98 hours so far. Although some of them are just me leaving the game on while AFK by mistake. This song is Hear Me by Tectonics. And the Fiat is my new least favorite tractor in the world. Just because of that Insanity series. Am I the only one that could hear the whistling in that song, by the way? Because that was really annoying, because it was a completely different tempo to the entire rest of the song. What the hell is this song? I'm kind of morbidly curious as to how bad this one gets, but yeah, I think I'm gonna skip. Is my now playing broken? Oh, no, it's not. Pretzel's in a mood. Pretzel's definitely in a mood, Yanis. Can we call that the official song of the super toxic Facebook communities of Farm Sim? Because it reminded me of that element of the community that's just super toxic and wants to argue about everything. Because, like, it was just random noises that made no sense whatsoever. And was completely incoherent in about three different ways at once. Then again, I've been listening to a lot of Bohemian Rhapsody lately, so that might influence my musical... like what I like musically at the moment. I have been spam listening to Bohemian Rhapsody again. What about the big field? I wanted a big field. So I'm making a big field. Guess you get back to working your map. I mean, you don't have to. Probably a good idea if you want to get the map out. Pandora and got an ad for the shaman toilet paper. What? Or if we had something that totally didn't actually happen to simulate, Spotify, and an ad for the PC World sale happens. That was beautiful. PC World Black Friday ad playing at the start of Sim stream because he left his Spotify open by mistake. Okay, so we now have this chunk of Mega Field complete. This chunk here is not on. Oh, missed a bit. It's not 100% done because I missed a bit now, but once I got that bit done, I'll show you exactly how far we are on the Mega Field project. Rent Big Bud. I probably could and should rent a bigger plow. Yes. And a bigger tractor to pull it. But I want to just show you how far we've got in the last, what, half hour. Because we started off with just the outline. And now we have this outline that was there already, and this quite... See, it looks smaller than it actually is, because the bits of this field that don't need weeding are what's already been ploughed. So it looks smaller than it is, but we've got a decent chunk of the field done. Unfortunately, we've got all the rest of it to do yet. So I think, yeah, a bigger plow is it's probably a good idea to just sell this plow. Like, just straight up sell it and rent a better one. Why was the map slowly zooming out? Because I may or may not have had my foot on the pedals. And the pedals on the G27 control the map for some reason. Also, Darth, I don't have the Big Bud mod installed, so I will not be renting the Big Bud. I can also slowly zoom it in if you want, Giannis. Like, we can do a really slow, dramatic zoom in. Oh, it's already fully zoomed in, so we could do this if you want, Giannis. Just a slow, dramatic zoom in. Oh, for the love of crap, AI traffic. That Bray has a nearly full grain tank, 80%, that's fine. Perfect. Well, I'll see what I can afford to rent first of all, Darth. But this definitely needs to be sold. Yes, sell it. Okay, so we got, what, 57,000 to play with. I'm gonna want a big-ass plow. So I'm gonna go with the Titan 18, which is... No, go for the SPSL. I could go for... I'm gonna go with the Titan just because I trust myself a bit more with a smaller, a smaller one. And we're gonna need a large tractor for this. Exactly how memey do we want to go? Because I mean, I could go quad track. Could I go quad track? I could go quad track. I could go Fent 1100. I could... How much would this be to rent? We could go full meme. Oh, that's why it was being weird yesterday. Okay. We could go... Can you put triples on the... Oh my god, you can put triples on the T9 as well. As much as I'd love to go for the Ultra meme, I think I'm gonna go with the Fent 1100. Just because it's a bit different, I guess. At least that. As much as I would love to go just full meme on this, the Fent 1100 is going to be a bit more manageable. Hey, Payne! And away we go. This sounds like the engine's struggling already and it's brand new. Hey, Kirk! What's with the knocking? Who put the wrong kind of fuel in this engine? Also, why is the Combine being mean to me? I did, Yanis. He was also against Lando Norris in that race. So he has had his ass absolutely handed to him by two actual Formula 1 drivers now. You Scotland your face with a donut. How does one Scotland their face? I'm curious now. How do you Scotland your face? Has your face become Scottish? And And the follow-up question is obviously, how on earth does your face become Scottish? Does it get very angry and start punching things? Or does it actually turn into the shape of Scotland? Because I just realized you didn't say Scottish, you said Scotland. Does it like turn into the shape of Scotland? These are things that I'm curious about now. How do you Scotland your face, and what happens when you Scotland your face? He overtook them on track because they crashed. Right, we need to get this cleaned up. And that is gonna be another selling run. What's new? You've been away. Not a whole lot. So yeah, this will fill up the well, it won't fill up the trailer 100%, but it'll fill it up to the point where there's no point in like trying to fill it up more. You're eating a chocolate donut. That doesn't explain how you Scotlanded your face. Hey GD. How you doing today, dude? That was an atrocious turn in. Yes, you can, which is quite useful because I'm gonna have to bring it around some reasonably tight areas. I need to empty this. The chocolate made of Scotland mark. I kind of wish I had a bigger. I could probably afford it. Actually, I was just about to say. I kind of wish we had a bigger trailer. I could probably afford a bigger trailer than this. Question is though, would it be? Well, it would be worth having a bigger trailer actually. Because I'm going to need to do basically an upgrade of every piece of equipment I have. Except for, even though I'd like to, the sprayer, which I think is still kind of fine mostly. I might get a front tank for it and just put it on the back of the New Holland if I can get care wheels onto that thing. And the actual fertilizer spreader's fine. That is absolutely perfect still. You absolute twonk. Just for that, don't drive at a proper tractor speed. That was the wrong button. Hey CD, when in doubt, turn off traffic, or just drive at like 6 kilometers an hour to annoy them. So how are we all doing? Hope we're all enjoying the AI traffic in FS19 and the various ways to troll them. Right, there's our turn off, let's go. Can't even blame Dave for that crash. You probably could, but... Oh, the AI do probably not care and drive through it. It is such a ridiculous thing having to shift into third gear to unload. Am I Irish? No, I'm clearly French. And I hope you got that running joke on the channel, because that's one of the most common questions I get asked, and I just make up a new nationality every time I'm asked it. I think I said I was Japanese once. I'm fairly sure I also said I was Norwegian at some stage. Part of Ireland am I from? The French bit. Right, can I afford a bigger trailer than this? This is the question. Where are the trailers? There are the trailers. So, oh god, I could have afforded them. I could afford a much bigger trailer. I don't want to get that one that big though. We'll go with this Agroliner with the Michelin tires, because always have Michelin tires. It's doing the thing again. I don't know why it's doing this. It's like locked the view to my... Oh, it's because I was... That's a really odd thing to be happening. Okay. That's just something I gotta deal with, I guess. Why is Dave making a mega... TMCC, are you seriously asking why I'm doing something? Because the answer's always, why not? I haven't said I'm North Korean yet. Or, actually I haven't said I'm from Soviet Russia. Which I'm kind of surprised by the amount of Soviet Russia jokes I make. I'm also kind of surprised I don't have the Soviet national anthem on my soundboard. Which is probably a good thing, because it might insult some people. Even though it's just a meme. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, do hit the like button. And also, maybe consider hitting the subscriberino button to give the screw brew to the do brew. Because I'm such an enthusiastic YouTuber. Just look, this is the most fun I've ever had in my life. I might have said I was... No, Yanis, I didn't say I was Russian. I implied it by doing the Sergey voice. Big difference between saying it and implying with a Sergey voice. RainbowDave Gaming, home of technicalities. Out of the way. Good enough. You need a sponsor. Yeah, which is becoming a member because YouTube doesn't know what to call it anymore, apparently. Or you can donate through Super Chat. Or donate through PayPal, or become a patron on Patreon, because you met massive shilling. Also, if you want a farm sim server, please go to Nitrado using the affiliate link I have with them. I get absolutely nothing out of it, but they gave me a server, so I don't mind promoting them. No, Nitrado does genuinely. All joking aside, have some of the best servers for farm sim. I did actually have an offer from a different server provider, but I went with Nitrado because the servers are just better. I probably could have got a bigger server with the other provider. Very games are also good, but they don't sponsor me, so. Oh, birds have appeared. That is a wonderfully silly thing that happens at farms. All of the immersion. Pop, some crows have arrived. You always get your service from Very Game. I would probably go with Nitrado. Like, even if I was paying for it, I'd probably go with Nitrado. need to get like proper loyalty badges done up for sponsors. That might be something I'll work on during the mini Christmas break I take for reasons. And it will be a mini Christmas break, by the way. Jack, thank you very much for the £9.99 because YouTube can't really count to 10 all that well. It's like Valve trying to count to 3. Okay. I maybe shouldn't. I want to record later, but maybe I shouldn't. Because. Did you mean to do 2, Jag? Because you just did 2. Did you. Was that an intentional thing? Because if it wasn't, you've just accidentally spent another £10. Well, $9.99 because YouTube can't count to 10 as we've established with the previous one. But the second one was just to hear the song. Unless that was the only one and you somehow managed to edit it, but it's showing up as 2 separate ones. Hey, Eddie Boo. What the hell was I doing? There was something I wanted to do. Oh yeah, the plowing. No, there was something else that I wanted to do. You like hearing me sing in the shower? You could have just asked me to replay the notification because the second one doesn't seem to want to work yet. Yes, I want to do some landscaping. I want to do some landscaping over here, please. Because this area needs a bit of a tweaky. There we go. This area just needs a bit of a smooth. Better work with the smoothing brush. Just to make it all prettyful and whatnot. There we go. There's Jack's second one kicking off. You broke Streamlabs temporarily, Jack. I hope you're happy with yourself. There we go. Smooth. How do I like landscaping? I actually do like it. I'm still in kind of 2 minds about the actual costs of it. Gotta be honest. But it has definitely improved since the initial... Why is that now? Oh, because... Wow, the controls can be a bit finicky at times. That locked to my mouse because I had another control technically pressed. I guess because I didn't know what I was trying to do and it was registering the controller. Also, I can come over here now and fix this corner of the field. Which was the entire reason that I was harvesting this field before tweaking it. Because I don't like the bumps. I don't like the bumpies. The bumpies can go away now, please. Big smooth. Big smooth. Big smooth. In all seriousness, this smoothing is literally just to get a bit more of a... not even workable, but more reliable slope to the terrain where I'm a bit more comfortable that it's gonna work, you know, 100% of the time instead of 99.985% of the time. Or at least a bit closer to 100%. Is there anything else I need to do over here? I guess I could smooth this bit here, because... Yeah, that bit right about here looks a bit rough. Helper E's finished that field. Fantastic. Thank you, Helper E. Hope they had money on PS4, so you can add and deduct money. They might, but probably not anytime soon. I think the mods that went out today are the last we'll see before Christmas. So on to field 20. Right, back to the plough. So what I can do from here... I sound creepy with a smooth voice. Yes, I do. That's kind of the intention. I'm fully aware that I sound creepy doing it, and that's kind of the point. Smooth. 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 Okay, let's get the divide. I'll come back later and fix that bit. Actually, I can fix this bit here because I'm not happy with how this turn turned out. I prefer it to be a bit smoother. There we go. That's nice and smooth. This is literally just trying to get myself a headland going here. Oh, I've missed another. I might need to rent the small plough that I've already sold off again. You feel for the shear bolts. It's fine, I've welded them in place, Aaron. A PS4 mods came out today. You should have on the PS4 mod hub the IT runner and the Deutz Fars. Is it the 7 series tractors came out today? I'm making a hames of all the corners. I'm not good at cornering. Which ironically is my biggest problem in racing games too. Let's get this all spun around. Because I want to try and fix the corners. That's fine, yeah, Deutz 7 series and the IT runner that I've been looking forward to. So I am happy bunny today. Even though I forgot to download the damn things. But they're out. Completely slipped my mind to download the mods. I'll try and have them for tomorrow's stream because I'm doing something cool tomorrow. Need to work on consistency. I'm consistent. If consistently bad counts. But no, I'm pretty good at consistency. It's actually I tend to be a bit slow through the corners. Tend to be a bit overcautious through corners, or over. Well, it's more over driving than over cautious. Hey TNT, got you a half day today and tomorrow. That's okay. Been down at Keaton since 1 PM. What mixer are you making? Assuming you're making a mixer, because Keaton do make more than just mixers. I'd love to see, and I know this might be a bit of a big request because there'd be a lot of work on it. I'd love to see a Keenan self-propelled come in. Anyway, we're delayed at Gatwick. I presume that their phones would be dead by now, Aaron. Has Gatwick actually reopened yet? Because I know this morning, which is the last time I checked, they weren't planning on opening till 8 AM. And I haven't checked since. She wants self-promote in the game. I agree! That'd be awesome to see. Called in the military! For some people flying radio-controlled helicopters. Oh, I was moving the mouse the wrong way entirely to get this thing to do the extendo reach. There's the one here. Keenan don't have a self-propelled feed mixer at Keenan. Did they actually get snipers in? Like, that's not a very British solution. The British solution would be to offer them tea. And call them scoundrels. And offer them more tea because they're scoundrels and probably need a cup of tea to calm down. Then have 3 cups of tea to calm down yourself. I watch too many soaps, I swear. So, there's this big love triangle and everybody's in it. Oh dear. Would you like a cup of tea? That's not gonna solve anything. Every British soap. You watch Coronation Street, EastEnders, Emmerdale, whatever. Guarantee you somebody goes to somebody else with a problem and they're immediately offered a cup of tea. Just first resort, tea. Oh, this is oh, we need a cup of tea. We cannot solve this without a cup of tea. We shouldn't need a silage trailer or a dolly. Oh, so one person can do it. Yeah, that's an oversight actually on my part, Martin. I would hop on, only I've got something I want to do tonight. Something I want to record for tomorrow. And I meant to do it today. All day I've been sat down and saying, I really need to do that video. I really need to do that video. I really should do that video. And I've just not done the video. So I need to do it after the stream. I absolutely have to do it after the stream. Anyways, there's no need to shout at me. I'm not that deaf. You on there most nights? Yeah, Seven on the video. What? The video that I want to do for tomorrow, which I literally decided I wanted a video for tomorrow last night. I know what it's going to be, I know what I'm going to do in it, and I know pretty much everything about the video. I just haven't recorded the damn thing. Like, I know exactly what I want the video to be. Just haven't recorded it. Because of course I haven't, because it's me. And recording a video would make too much sense for me. Also, spoiler alert, it's not Oxy's new map. Just gonna throw that in there because I think somebody might think it is Oxy's new map. Can I use a ripper to the big I probably could, actually. But I've already kind of committed to the big plow. Personal server, I'm thinking of quirks. Yeah, is the wheel not working? No, I was just being lazy. This video to do with the server? No. You can hop on the server all you like, Martin. It is a secret project that I need to work on literally tonight to get it out tomorrow. That I decided I wanted to do last night. At about 2 in the morning. Ah, quirks, thank you! I was kind of thinking what admins could hop on the server at short notice. Also, oversight here. Your admin on Discord and on the server, there you go. Ah, it's ruined everything. Come back. Here we go. Is it a video about an inflatable toy? No. How long will I be live for tonight? I'm gonna be live for another hour yet. Just under it, because Landy's gonna go live at 7, and I need to run pretty much at 7 as a result. Workers are gonna love this video. Yeah, this is kind of another oversight that I made, was like hired workers are gonna be not very happy. Speaking of, actually, toys. Please tell me I haven't run over. I haven't. I want to show you something really cool. Actually, two really cool things. So, I told you guys that I got a little goodie bag from Giants when I was in Germany. And it contained this. Little Farm Sim horsey. It is actually branded Farming Simulator. You can see that through the webcam. Little kind of cuddly toy horsey, which is adorable. I don't need to literally run, but I need to run and do stuff. I also was given a... that's not gonna look well on the stream at all, no. I need to take it out of the plastic. It's a horse's stress toy. I don't know what it is, but it's adorable and I love it. I was also given, if I can get it out of the oh, that feels really nice. I don't ever want to use this, but I was given a Farming Simulator mouse mat, an FS19 mouse mat. So if ever I want a new mouse pad, I actually have one ready. That's fairly rare, I believe. I don't think many of them exist. There was also like a big box of chocolates that I gave to my sister. That I didn't realise was chocolates until I got back to the hotel room. The horse is probably more fun than the ones they put in game. I don't know, but it's adorable and squeezy. I like it. It probably is a stress toy, actually, now that I think about it. There's also like a pen, some paper, a mug, and a lanyard, and a really cool USB stick that I'm not taking out of the bag because it's right down at the very bottom. But yeah, I've been meaning to show you guys that for like a month. Actually, literally a month. I got back to this day last month. I've been meaning to show you guys for literally a month and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, it's really cool. The pen is actually really good. Wherever I've put it, I've misplaced the pen again. I'll find it next time I need a pen. Is the landscaping thing any use? It's really useful when you want to do something really stupid, like making all of this into one big field. Because I'm making all of this into one big field. You can't get rid of the house or the kind of lookout towery looking thing. Hey, Farmer Campion. But you can like get rid of every tree you want on the map and level the land, basically. Because you can see that is a much less hilly hill than it used to hill. I'm tired, give me a break on the whole English language thing. Once the combine's finished over there, we can actually really get to work on Project Megafield. Because, granted, it is quite boring ploughing, but I can't hire a worker to do this, and I don't really want to do it off camera. You got a free bolt today. Well, I mean, free is the best price for anything, Yanis. Landscaping class. It's really cool if you know what you're doing. If you're not so sure, you end up wasting a lot of money really quickly. Can't be bothered with the game until new maps come. Why does my field have a guard tower in it? Because the guard tower used to be in a forest that was here, and the forest has disappeared. I could remove it with GE, but that would be effort, and it's me. He says while manually ploughing a giant field into existence. Also, I feel like it's a bit of a talking point. I feel like it's a fun little focal point of the field. That it just has a guard tower in the middle of it for no good reason. And a little pedestal of dirt as well. Plus I'd have to make the map into a mod, and that's just painful. You thought I was getting prison workers onto the farm? What made you think that, Honey Badger? What on earth made you think that? Free because it snapped off the log trail. Oh. Yeah, it's maybe not the best way to get something for free. I distinctly remember I was using something before. I can't remember what it was. But I was using something and it just came off in my hand and I was like, oh. It was like, it was a twisty something or other. I can't even remember what it was. But it just came off in my hand and I was holding it there like, it's broken. The guard tower in the field so I could shoot the prisoners when they run. I'm not that evil. I'd just give them shock collars instead. Helper J has a nearly full grain tank, 80%. So it's time to swap into the... Oh, it's the New Holland now, isn't it? Yes! Into the New Holland. Which has refused to start the engine. Keyword there is that. Not that evil. Just mostly evil. Ooh, bonus points. I can actually fix the end of this field once the harvester's done here. Because there are quite a few lumpies actually. In fact, I can possibly get going on it now if I spin the camera around. Yes. So this is going to have to be a fairly decently sized brush. And just de-lumpy the bumpies. De-lumpy the bumpy. You can see that's looking much better already. If I just de-lumpy the bumpies here. The tractor does start floating a bit, but it's fine because as soon as I get back into the tractor it will just fall back down. High low savers. I think your autocorrect might be drunk, Larry lad. Just going out on a limb here. I think your autocorrect might be just a bit drunk. Going into the whole Christmas spirit thing, just wrong kind of spirits. You know, I know it should be full of Christmas spirit, but I think you've given it the wrong kind of Christmas spirit. Okay, how's that look? It still looks horrific, but I mean, it's the best that I can do for now without, like, chopping off the end of the field. Which is probably... I say probably. It's definitely not something that I want to do. While just cropping it, at least. How is this for... Oh, that's full. Yeah, Larry lad, you've given it the wrong kind of Christmas spirit. When... like... It's not supposed to be spirits like whiskey or vodka. It's supposed to be like a feeling of happiness and joy. Is the best price still at the thingy? Train station mill? Yes, it is 1118. For all of your directory inquiries needs. Other directory inquiry services are available. You couldn't do Christmas sober? Or not? Sorry, my back's at me all of a sudden. There we go. Don't know what I did just there, but it did something and it's no longer sore. Actually, out of curiosity... Yeah, the input lag is only a thing in multiplayer. That's Both odd and annoying. Let's get this emptied. Make it a money. First you harvest the crops, then you make the money, then you harvest the crops again because no money. Then you'll get the bigger machinery. Which is what we need to do, because we've only got 3-meter equipment. So we're gonna need a bigger cultiv... Do you know what? Let's get a bigger disc harrow. We've got this one which is 5 meters. That might be good enough. There's a cedar we really want to be replacing. And for that we're gonna need 76 grand. Oh dear! I may have made a huge mistake. Because I want to get the Wellerstadt Rapide, and that's the better part of 80 grand. I do like how they split planters off into their own category now, though. I could go ham on corn for a bit. Or soybeans with a planter. I could afford this. I couldn't afford this. That's 6 meters, that's 6 meters. What's the difference between this and this that... Oh, this can fertilize too, okay. I was gonna complain, but then I realized this one can fertilize too, okay. Yeah, let's get the planter. Because I've heard this has a really cool party trick. Blue is better. Well, it can't fertilize, but I don't really care if it can fertilize. Hey, Sideways, how am I doing? I'm doing good, how are you? So, we might do the next crop as soybeans. Maybe corn, because I don't do corn much as a crop. Problem is I don't have a corn header that's going to suit the combine. I've got a corn header. I should have a corn header. But it's the wrong corn header. It's a much smaller one, which I'm just going to get rid of. How much would, like, the correct corn header be? 19,000. And I've got 50. Okay, so we can buy a corn header. We could, in theory, do corn next crop. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm enjoying now how every time I stream I lose subscribers, by the way. This is something that I've noticed. Hey Dagmar, why the sad face? Why the sad face? We're only 5 days from Christmas. Oh, the combine's finished over there. Oh my god. That is a terrible pun, Larry lad. Mainly because I misread it the first time. So let's get the Rostam mash over. Now we can finish. Oh yeah, we need to finish leveling this field a bit. Okay, so we're not gonna have. Well, we will have enough after this next unload, so we'll be fine. Can't get make fun of. Let's go. How come, Dagmar? How come? Because I think everybody's been through that at some point or other. Not that far away from the horror that would be 2019. Well, it can't be much worse than 2018. probably shouldn't say that, because that's just jinxing it. Do you want to block by an object? Yes, the object was me, you git! What are you blocked by? There's nothing there! Oh! Oh, I see what the problem is. The problem is you literally can't work in that direction. You... Git. Right. Let's get the landscaping finished over here. Because I need to just make this field a bit more friendly towards farm sim. By just doing some smoothing over here. Just gonna make it a bit more smoothie. There we go. And some smoothing over here. Just to get rid of some lumpy bumpies that have been made at some point or other. That's not gonna go away, is it? That's just that's just there forever, isn't it? Wait. Can you go away? You cannot go away, can you? That's actually quite irritating. But the end of this field is now, I would argue, workable. Except for that bit right about here where there's a bit of a ridge. And the same can be said over here where there's a bit of a ridge. You spend enough time in G, you can actually see the ridges. A bit of a ridge kind of thing going on here. There we go. That should be it sorted. Yeah, that'll be fine. Surviving. This is the first day of school. Everybody has problems like that, Dagmar. Don't worry about it. Just worry about yourself. Don't worry about what people think of you. If you worry about what people think of you, you'll do nothing but worry. If you worry about yourself, you'll be content. If a bit oblivious. There we go. I feel like we've made good progress on the mega field today. I know we've still got like half an hour left in the stream, but I feel like we're making good solid progress on this ridiculous project that I've decided to undertake. Granted, we don't have the fields actually combined yet. We're still working on this end of the headland. That's why I was create fields. I don't know. It's your whole year group? I had that problem. I just ignored it. Laurie lad, no. That's just gonna get them into trouble. I won't solve anything. Just do your best to ignore it and just not listen to them, dude. Or anybody who's having to deal with bullies. Because if they're trying to bully you, they're jealous of something or other. Yeah, they clearly feel they've got something to be jealous about if they're trying to bring you down. Matt, that doesn't solve anything either. What really solves everything is T-dubs. Really bad T-dubs. Not right, Matt? If you reskin T-dubs enough, they will eventually look good. Especially if you give them particularly crap reskins because memes. Isn't that right, Mr. Matt XGS, who keeps making really bad reskins for the T-dubs he thinks are crap? I particularly like the random fake forwards you've made. The Marlboro one was funny, but I think the random terrible fake forwards have been funnier. Marlboro Man has a new channel. Oh no! Oh no! By the way, for anybody here who's interested in spaceflight, I hope you're all enjoying Scrubapalooza, where everything gets scrubbed always for silly reasons. Because SpaceX have now scrubbed 3 days in a row. Delta 4 have scrubbed 3 launches in a row. I was gonna say Rocket Lab, no. Blue Origin, I have no idea what they're doing anymore. The Electron went up, and that was surprising because that's just the one that I always least expect to go up. We're up to creating a big field, because why the hell not? It's gonna look horrific. None of these lines are straight, but it's gonna be big, and it's gonna be a field. And I'm gonna be a loon and put corn in it and harvest it with the little Russ. I probably should have got a bigger combine before I even started this ridiculousness. Now that I think about it, the combine's probably a bit small for what I want to do with it. On the bright side, we're getting close to being finished with this little area. Dagmar, that is the smart thing to do. Helper G is our new helper. And the grain tank's nearly full because he's apparently figured out how to work the combine harvester, which is nice. After... Don't drive through the crowd, you absolute cretin. Oh no, you're reversing into the... You're making it worse! Matt, I read that wrong, and the way that I read it, I smoke and drink 364 days a year, but I don't smoke and drink about once a year. So I'll probably still end up with a disease. I was just thinking to myself, that's not how it works. Oh, I love some of the ways that I misread things. No, come on, into the field you go, darling. Right, now, cretin. Don't drive through the crops in the other field, please. They're there to be harvested next. Hey, Adam. Okay, harvester's good. I suppose he's gonna just if I can't see it, it's not happening. If I can't see the harvester being an idiot, it's not being an idiot. I should get horses. Kind of busy making a redonkulously huge field first. I've also decided that the other side of the road is just going to be grass fields. Because the combine really hates them and I'm going to have enough problems trying to harvest this thing. Hey, sitting here. I'm gonna have enough problems trying to harvest this field. Never mind if I were to turn the other side into a second mega crop field. Also, I could probably... Oh, no, I couldn't. I was going to say I could probably make some silage. I could probably make some silage. Helper G is worst worker. Hashtag retrain Helper G. Horses are great yokes. Yeah, but I can't afford them. And I have nothing to feed them with. I do plan on getting horses, but I've got no way to get them sorted first. Yeah, still, you don't have confidence like you used to. Just ignore him, dude. Trust me. Or if you want to get away with something that's a bit evil, and doesn't involve a fist, play games with them. Outsmart them. Because I had some foolish bullies on at me before, and I managed to turn it into a competition between them to see who could come up with the most original insult. What they didn't realize was that I won that because they didn't realize I had turned it into a game for my own entertainment. Here it is today. How's it going, dude? See, if you take control of the situation, even if it's a ridiculous way, like getting them to come up with original stuff that you haven't heard before, they play themselves. They end up bullying themselves because they look like fools. Del got scrubbed again today. I know SpaceX got scrubbed again today. Did the Delta also get scrubbed again for the day? Which actually wouldn't be too surprising because the hydrogen leaked last night, but... Unless you meant last night's hydrogen leak scrub. Falcons Net due to launch Saturday. Yeah. Scrubapalooza continues, Dave. Need a giant plow for the field. I could have got a bigger plow. During the 30th Delta is now, okay. I'm not too surprised. I think they had a launch window today that they could have used, but with a hydrogen leak like they had, not too surprising. They've scrubbed for 10 days. Though it must be getting really, really frustrating for the mission director and the launch director and mission control and all that. Made a right mess of this field. Excuse me, DIY Dylan, it's not done yet. It'll be perfect when I'm done. This week is frustrating. Twitter's taken to calling it Scrubapalooza or Scrubtember. Or Scrubsember, even. Because we were promised so many launches in a day, and then it's like everything's scrubbed. Never mind, no launches for us. We just sit here and watch replays of old launches, wishing they were new rockets going up. Can't wait for Marvel. Neither can I. I'm looking forward to that map. MD-11 flew over your house the other day. I've had, for some reason, Matt, Antonovs flying over my house, AN-12s and 26s, and I've been very confused because one flew over at about half two in the morning. I just heard this hideously loud like turboprop. I'm like, what the crap? Who's flying at this hour? I look it up on Flight Radar 24. It's a Ukrainian Antonov. Which all Antonovs are technically Ukrainian because Antonov's a Ukrainian company, but it was a Ukrainian registered Antonov. Yeah, forward one day to nothing. No, the Indian one went up. The one tonight? What's going up tonight? I didn't know there was a launch due tonight. It was probably an Antonov. Another Soyuz from Kazakhstan. I presume it's... Oh, it's Russian military, isn't it? Yeah, Roscosmos probably won't cover that because it's Russian military. So you might not see much of that launch at all, unfortunately. And annoyingly, because Soyuz are cool to watch. Kazakhstan have rockets? Yeah, it's where the Russian space program lives. There's two different names, Janice. There's Scrubsember. Oh, protons are even cooler because they basically burn toxins. Seriously, if you look up the fuels for a proton, they are incredibly toxic and kill people. And can kill people in like seconds. So Mega Field is nearly complete, and I am intentionally leaving a bit of a boundary here. I want to get some animals in. Hey, Matt. Matt Alep. What's up? Not a whole lot. We're just talking space things. N12. Yeah. Why I do this? I do this because I want big field. Larry Lad's just confused now by all the rocket and plane talk. Well, it's brilliant because it's such a Soviet solution. The Proton, as we know, it was originally intended to be a nuclear missile launcher. Our nuclear missile launch vehicle. So they made it with stuff that could be stored at room temperature. Unfortunately, most propellants that can be stored at room temperature are also incredibly toxic. And by incredibly toxic, I mean like yeah. If something goes wrong with them, the area is left clear for a few hours. So the air can blow the toxic stuff away. Rip the AI. Yeah, this isn't going to be very good for the AI at all. Can I explain, please? Can I explain what? We're talking about three different things at once. Helper G. Helper G has finished. Has Helper G actually finished, or is Helper G just after? Helper G has actually finished their task. Well done, Helper G. Poisonous stuff. So they use something called hypergolic fuels, which is basically just two liquids that when mixed together tend to burn or explode if mixed right, I guess. And the flip side of that is they don't tend to like air or water. which unfortunately the human body has quite a lot of air in it, and also quite a lot of water. And, yeah, they don't do nice things, especially to the lungs. I believe there was a proton accident back in the 60s or 70s when the proton was quite new. Can I, like, fix this wonk here? Because this is clearly wonked. It is blatantly wonked. Or do I want to... Let's just make this a bit of a tighter turn like this and hope that... Oh, it did the exact thing that I didn't want it to do. That'll do as the corner of the field, I guess. ULA are amazing. They have a portable building. Yeah. Oh, how do you get the rocket out to the launch pad? Oh, we just move the building. But how do you get the rocket out of the building? Oh, we move the building. What do you mean you move the building? We lift it up 8 inches and roll it back on like this railway system that we've purpose built to move the building. That's such a ridiculously over-engineered solution that it could only be thought of by Lockheed Martin Boeing. Like everybody else has transporter erectors and strong backs, and ULA come along like, hey, we've got buildings! We've got portable buildings! Well, how fast do they move? Oh, about half a mile an hour. How big is it? Oh, 100 foot by 100 foot by 300 foot. You what? It's not just any building, it's the rocket assembly building. They literally put the rocket together inside the building that they then move. I didn't, Larry Lab, but I think I've seen a documentary on the whole Chernobyl sarcophagus before. ULA probably... Well, it wasn't ULA at the time. Because it was, ULA didn't exist when the Delta IV was being made. And it is the Delta IV launch... It's basically the whole Delta system uses that one launch system, one launch building. And it was, I think it was Lockheed Martin came up with the Deltas. And it was just such a ridiculous solution that it somehow worked. Why don't they make a massive door? You'd have to ask ULA that, Adam, because their solution is just the most nonsensical thing. But it works, so there's no point in changing it. I mean, it's one of my favorite phrases. If it's stupid but it works, it ain't really stupid, is it? Yeah, it's Helper A we have now. I upgraded since you... Yeah, because I realized that if I was to use the 5-furrow plow, it would have taken literally forever. And maybe a couple extra days. So we've gone with the logical plow that I've rented, and the logical tractor that I've also rented. You don't have a clue what we're on about. It's fine, it's only rocket science, Larry lad. Literally rocket science. Yeah, we can change the subject though, probably to something more farm related. Which I have no idea what could be farm related that we could talk about right now. I do need to empty the combine though. You don't see the biggest plan, the big butt. I don't have big butt installed. As for the biggest plow, I didn't want to go stupid insane with it. I just wanted something that'd be big. Because I wasn't too sure how it would work with the turns, and I'm kind of glad that I went with the plow that I did, because it's not working well with the turns as is. Why are you the only one that can run a farm successfully? I could if I wasn't doing YouTube. Like, if I was given free reign to do what I wanted, then... yeah, I could run this farm successfully. Profitably. It'd take forever. But I could run it up well over a few million. And own everything on the map, and own one of everything in the game. But, you know, I don't want to overplay the game is kind of the problem why you see slow progress. And Landy's got kind of the same issue. That's why he tends to cheat money. I tend not to. I prefer not cheating in money. What does successfully mean? Actually quite well at HF. Problem is YouTube kind of, I guess, encourages bigger equipment because you want to get stuff done that bit faster. The Combine better be back to work over there. If I go over and find the Combine still slacking, I'm going to be very unimpressed. Change the layout of the starter yard to be the other side of the field. What difference does that make? Never did anything successful. Neither did I, really. That's why the Insanity Challenge doesn't work. The Insanity Challenge could if people actually gave it a chance, but nobody really gave it a chance. Because I came up with an idea that was actually going to work as a money-making scheme. And the very episode that was also the end of the series because nobody watched it. Got bored. Well, that's a good reason, I guess. Wonder when Seasons is coming to PC and console. I would guess at this point after Christmas. So soon, TM. I would guess the first half of 2019. Just as a guess. So within the next 6 or so months. Because, I mean, it's a script that does a lot to the game, so it's going to take a little while to get some of the kinks worked out, if there are any. Although, knowing the Realismus guys, they tend not to have many kinks in their stuff. Because Rakin is just an insanely hard worker. And insanely good at what he does. There's a reason Giants hired him. I'm actually, one of the biggest frustrations I have over the whole Germany thing is that I didn't get to meet Rakin. That's genuinely something that's frustrating, because I'd like to say hi to him in person. Because he doesn't work out of the Erlangen office. So I think the better option of the two that I've got right now is, the two options I have really are work down this end of the field and get this end finished, or work down the other end of the field and get that end finished. Or I guess option 3 is just do the middle strip again, or finish the middle strip. But I'm going to work down this end of the field, get this side all ploughed up. Then we're going to have to cover the entire damn thing in lime somehow. We're going to have to make a few lime trips. Because there is no way I've got enough lime in the little pile that I've got. For all of this. So we're gonna have to go on a few lime journeys to stock up on lime. And this will probably be a good portion of the next stream as well. Warning you in advance, the next Felsbrunn stream will probably be continuing work on the mega field, because this is not some not something I'm going to be able to finish off camera, or not something I'm going to really want to be finishing off camera. Just because it's such a long, drawn out project the way that it's working out. And I want to get this field in and ready before I start planting again. Wish you could help. I kind of wish I could upload this to the server, but yeah. Dealing with computer issues. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll just keep going until you're ready, Landy. I need to run because I haven't recorded that thing yet. You know what thing I'm talking about. Haven't recorded that yet, so I will need to run as soon as you go live, and I'm probably going to miss the entirety of your stream as a result. But I'll just keep going until you're ready to go, dude. Minutes, if not 20. Yeah, I'll keep going. Screw it. Because do I want to keep going though? Is the issue. Because I like that thing is. I really want to get it recorded and sorted as quickly as I can. Funky Farmer's farm has been shut down to inconclusive TB results. His TB management is... I don't want to say bad, but it's problematic at best, because he always seems to get shut down for TB. His management of that single aspect doesn't seem to be the greatest. Well, it's TB, tuberculosis. Can I give you a hint as to what I'm recording? Farm sim. Amazing hint. I thought of something I can do quite late last night, courtesy of Mr. Landykid, and his management, Dusty, tends to be isolate the cow that is positive, and which is a good idea, but it's still isolated in the same area as the cows, as the rest of the cows. So it's ineffective. We managed to get that video done. I haven't got mine done yet. I'll need to run after my stream and do that. So, because I just didn't do it all day because I was busy watching YouTube videos. But Funky Farmer, his whole thing is just kind of somewhat isolate the cow, albeit not very well. And then just get retests until it comes back negative. Which, that's not good management. So I'm not even a farmer. Like, I'm not a farmer. I don't know much about farming. However, I do literally have a degree in biomedical sciences, and one of the modules in the degree course I took was epidemiology, which means I know how isolation should work, and the way Funky Farmer does it doesn't work. It is a ridiculously ineffective way of doing it. Will the field not look stupid? It will, but meh. So, as much as I hate saying like he had coming, no, honey badger. Epidemiology is the study of how diseases spread, and tuberculosis is spread by close contact and occasionally airborne with something infected with TB, which is usually a badger. It starts off with, then it goes to cows, which is why cattle farmers tend to get it so often. Yes, it's almost annually his farm gets shut down because of TB. Like, the problem is the inspections are also not fit for purpose. That's what he does, Foxtrot, and that is horrific disease management. That is just, it's not isolation. All you're doing is moving the problem, you know, 3 inches away when you need to be moving it several meters at minimum away, ideally into its own shed. You know, you really want the isolated animal or animals to be in their own shed, not in the same shed. Deers can... Badgers seem to be the primary cause in the UK, at least. So, I don't know a lot about, you know, real life farming, but disease management, I do know. You know, it's one of the things that I just know, and Funky Farmer's methods for isolation and management in general for TB just left him wide open to this problem happening. Quite honestly. Foxtrot, if you had a TB positive, you would basically use the dry pen, move everything else into the main shed or something. Which wouldn't be ideal for the calves, sure, but it would be better for your herd as a whole. Because the last thing you want is a highly infectious cow being in with the rest of your herd and your entire herd catching TB when you could have avoided it very easily by using a different shed or pen or something. You have to take mitigation measures, and Funky Farmer really... It's not that easy with the size of farm he has. You know, I'll give him that. He's got that going for him. It's difficult with his size of farm, but he really should have done better. The music isn't gone, it's just gone quiet. The music doesn't self-balance, so some songs are stupid loud, some songs are stupid quiet, and it's really frustrating when you get a super loud one followed by a super quiet one because you can't hear the super quiet one. Are most farms in England tenant farms? Yes. I don't know what kind of farm exactly Funky Farmer has. It may be family owned, it may be tenant. If it's tenant, he may have more serious problems moving forwards. If it's family owned, then it's all his problem. Yellow again, Tomix. This farm is family owned. Ooh, a rare one. Yeah, it's all his problem then. If it was a tenant farm, honestly, he probably would have been gone long ago. It probably wouldn't exist. so not too surprised by the fact it's a family-owned farm. Hello, so. And so it's, yeah, you can get away with it a bit more if it's family-owned. Like, I'd be willing to bet that if it was tenant, he wouldn't he wouldn't have the YouTube channel. Starlings can cause it as well. Ah, I did not know that, Squid Nugget. I know that badgers got kind of most of the rap during the last big TB epidemic. Or I say the last one, the one that's currently ongoing. Badgers have really got the bad end of that stick, I guess. How's Dave today? Tired, but good. But it could be any one of like 100 different factors that cause it on any given farm. But with Funky Farmer, his big issue is that his containment procedures are terrible. Because, Adam, the land was literally taken off the landowners in the Republic of Ireland. Yeah, I'm impressed by the fact that he's still going as a farmer. But he's not making anything out of it. He's not, you know, that farm's never going to grow. It's always going to be that small, and the profit margins are only going to get smaller every year. And like, you watch most of his channel now is talking about milk prices and why they're crap and whatever. When is Oakfield coming to FS19? Eventually, TM. So Marwell Manor Farm is coming soon, TM. TB isn't an African-only thing, though, Squid Nuggets. TB is endemic worldwide. It's not the starlings that are necessarily causing it. They might be introducing new strains of it, but not necessarily causing it directly. Someone said, Honey Badger, I honestly can't answer that question one way or another. I don't know what the deal is. I've not spoken to him in a while, so I can't say he is back, I can't say he's not back, I can't say he has tested Lone Oak, I can't say he hasn't. I don't know what the full story is with him at all. Not getting your keyboard for Christmas because oh, that sucks, you so. You already was on a permanent break. I like. There's so much mixed information and messages coming out of it, but Bill, I don't know what to believe anymore. Squid Nugget, I'm fine with you saying that. The problem is that badgers are a much stronger disease vector than starlings. Number one, because badgers are longer lived and therefore they can have the disease for longer. And number two, because they tend to be in quite close contact with cows year round, whereas starlings are only really in contact with the cattle at certain times of the year, and this time of year starlings are most definitely not in contact with any wildlife or anything in the UK. Like, starlings are only really an issue from kind of late spring to mid-autumn. If they're disease vector at all. You have no idea what we were on about. You saw the Funky Farmer had his farm shut down due to TB. And we're actually talking epidemiology right now. Believe it or not. This is the kind of topic that I don't mind talking about because it's literally... Who is he? He's a farming YouTuber. Real life farming YouTuber. Who has a very small family farm in England. And does his best with it. I'll give him that. But some of his... well, definitely his disease containment practices leave a lot to be desired. Hey, Madaf. Funky Farmer, yes. Yuso, the Funky Farmer. How's foot and mouth spreading cows? I don't know. Probably to make enough. Barely even that, Yanis. But in terms of my knowledge on, you know, TB, tuberculosis epidemiology, I don't know much. In terms of epidemiology in general, I do know enough to know that tuberculosis is spread as an airborne disease, which I guess means I do know a bit about tuberculosis itself. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease. It's usually viral. You can get bacterial tuberculosis as well, but the viral version is much more common. Funky Farmer should look at how Tom Pemberton does things. Problem is, Kai, is he need to implement a procedure, and this is 100% me being on his side here. He'd have to implement a procedure that was correct for his farm. And no two farms are going to have the same disease protocols as each other because the farms, in a way, are living things. Dave is now a lecturer. Thing is, James, this is literally... I literally have a degree in this kind of stuff. So, it's kind of my happy space where I get to talk about stuff that I 100% know. Not all the factors have been explored as of yet. That could be true of anything, though, Squid Nugget. Tuberculosis, however, is quite well known as a disease. It's quite well characterized. So, I feel like the most common vectors for the disease are probably all known. From mouth spread by animals, touching animals, the movement of animals. It's a contact-based pathogen. I, for some reason, was under the impression it could also potentially be airborne. I don't know why. I know tuberculosis is. Which is why if you ever know somebody who has tuberculosis, which is very rare now, but when tuberculosis was quite common, one of the most common things you'd see in a person with tuberculosis in humans was a cough, because that was a lot of diseases, viruses, bacteria, their primary aim is to move between hosts. There's more minor factors, sure, but starlings are probably a minor factor in the grand scheme of things, and they're not going to be causing a huge amount of tuberculosis, if they cause any at all, because I feel like starlings would be a quite terrible disease vector. The bigger problem is the amount of animals that get imported every year to farms. The amount of cattle that get imported. They're the most likely to have the disease, even though they tend to be pretty strictly controlled. Like, if they're known to have a disease, they will not be allowed to be moved anywhere. It's interesting to listen about it instead of mods and ground trains. Isn't it nice to actually, like, talk about real life farming things and have me actually know what I'm talking about? Because usually I'm asking you guys the questions because I don't know, but this is one thing that I actually do know. It's a very strange situation where you need an undo button. An undo button would be very nice with the landscaping. You buy your cattle at auction in the local market. I have a relative who runs... I was right in saying it was airborne, because I remember during the big foot and mouth scare... God, how long ago was that? The huge one across the UK and Ireland. That must have been 10, 12 years ago now. They had all sorts of decontamination processes at farms, and even at 2002, 16 years ago? Seriously? Almost 70, good lord. Because I remember going to like mass and having the big foot and mouth mats out in front of the church, and everything was like, because I live in a very agricultural area, it was all like, everything is foot and mouth oriented. Everything everywhere has foot and mouth containment measures. It was a scary time for farmers. Hear about the chicken slurry problem? I did not hear about the chicken slurry problem. It's over 800 kills. Oh, it's 17 years ago? It does not feel like it was that long ago. E. coli, salmonella. E. coli gets a bad rep. E. coli gets a really bad rep. Because, to my knowledge, there is... there are 2 strains of E. coli that cause serious issues. But it's seen as this, like, horrifically bad bacteria that just causes all sorts of problems. There's only 2 strains that actually can cause severe food poisoning. And the majority of strains of E. coli specifically are categorized as category 1 pathogens, which means they do nothing. Salmonella, it deserves the rep it gets, but to a certain extent it's down to people not cooking their meat properly that they get salmonella. Or people not decontaminating their hands properly that they get salmonella. In an ideal world, you should actually use a combination of lipid-based soaps and salt to get rid of, to like completely get rid of, well, not completely, but to get up to like 99.99999% of bacteria. I can return these now. That was the wrong button. No, that was the right button. I can return these because I don't need them no more. Oh, away you both go. Right, next problem. We have a metric butt ton of lime that needs spreading. K12 is the big category 1 pathogen, yeah, but there's also one that I worked on myself, E-core42, which isn't very well studied. It's not well categorized at all as a strain, but it is genetically very similar to what's the strain? Is it 0104? The strain that has like actually caused fatalities in the past. I want to say it's 0104. That E-core42 is very similar to. It's completely benign. In fact, it's so benign that the sample originally of E-core42, E. coli, which is just the collection it's from, was originally taken from a completely healthy human. From the large intestine of a completely healthy human. I think it was a middle-aged man it was taken from. A serious conversation. And me, yeah, it's strange to hear me actually being serious and knowledgeable about something. And talking from my own experiences about something that can, in theory, apply to farming. I was 19's out a month today. Yes, I'm back from Germany a month today. Yeah, when it comes to bacteria, microbiology, E. coli specifically, that's the one that I know the most. Even certain streptococci, but it's mainly coliform that I know as a bacteria. I have studied it quite in detail. In fact, in my final year of college, my final year project was actually on E. coli E-core42, which is why I brought that up specifically. Like my dissertation was on that one strain, and as a result, I kind of know it, not perfectly, but reasonably well. And something that's very interesting about it is that it has something called flagellae, which is tails. So it can, in theory, and probably does. In fact, it does. It does. It can. It can actually move around. It can propel itself around. It is what's known as a motile bacteria using flagellae. Which is quite rare in E. coli, in coliforms. Usually they don't have flagellae at all, so that was quite kind of a bit unexpected and unusual to see. They usually just I don't want to call them boring, but boring. Usually just kind of these rod-shaped things. Microbiology is a huge part of farming. It really is. Like the one job I had was actually 0157H7. Thank you. I knew it was something or other. Well, 01 something. 0104 is also quite bad, actually. I do remember now. 0104 was the strain that was in Germany. What was it, 7 or 8 years ago? There's a bad outbreak of E. coli in Germany from, I think it was cucumbers or something caused it, and that was 0104. 0157 is the absolute worst. And it's very similar to, it's genetically nearly identical to a completely perfectly fine strain. In fact, E-core42, I don't know if it still is, but when I was in college, it was it was being used as an ongoing project to try and categorize 0157 a bit better and see what exactly made it 010-4H4 Shigatoxin. Yes, that was the one that had caused all the problems over in the continent a few years ago with the massive outbreak of, as was just called, E. coli. Massive E. coli outbreak over there. That was all 0104. I'm clueless when it comes to farming, but as soon as you throw science at me, I'm just like, yes, this is exactly how this works. I love Farm Sim, but oh, science is just my happy place. That's why I love rocket science. That's why I love planes and rockets and stuff, because there's so much science and engineering behind them. Tell you how radio waves work? Hey Alan, how you doing, dude? I'm overrunning tonight, just FYI. I'm not normally live at this time, but Landy is running a bit late due to technical issues. Do I like trucks? Yeah, I don't like Euro Truck and American Truck at the moment. I get these phases where I just hate them. I'm in one of those phases right now. I don't actually hate them, but I just don't have no interest in playing them. I want lime, please. Give me lime. Hopefully this is enough. It's not going to be enough, but hopefully this is enough to keep us going for a little while with the lime spreading, because we do need to spread lime over the entirety of the mega field. We also in theory need to like weed the mega field, but I'm going to be cultivating it anyway. Some YouTubers playing mod maps now. Good for them. What did I do in college? I have a BSc in biomedical sciences. However, I'm not allowed to actually work in a biomedical science lab because I am not in the society, thing, professional organization, whatever it's called. The Biomedical Sciences Society, or the Irish Biomedical Sciences Society. No, I'm not allowed to work in a hospital lab, which is what the degree theoretically qualified me for. It's probably going to need 3 or 4 of these trailers full of lime. But one will definitely fill the spreader, and there is some lime left over at the yard, so we should be quite good for a while. Spanish greenhouses are not source of the E. coli. Yeah, it was most likely the if memory serves, it was the compost or manure they were using at the greenhouses were the actual initial source, and they traced it back and found like a herd of cattle or something, or horses that had the bacteria and were the actual vectors. But it just passed through all these different stages that brought it into human consumption. By the way, Squid Nugget, I'm enjoying how you're using like Google or Wikipedia or something. I'm not looking at anything. This is all off the top of my head from memory. Right, I'm sure that I have a... Did I bind it to the same thing? No, 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 no. No, no, no. Well, that's not gonna help, is it? Okay, that's... I could have sworn I bound it to something. Apparently not. $50 likes for getting an ag science biology lesson. Yeah. During the stream of the guy who's known for being a bit mental. Like, I'm best known for being clueless and a bit of a lunatic. I find that completely fitting. I bound into third gear for dumping into silos. Apparently I didn't bind it for just dump anywhere. A bit might be an understatement, yes. But I am known for being mental. We'll put it that way. And yet, as it turns out, I'm just eccentric. Need a secondary channel for this subject. Do you know how much work I'd have to put into that channel? Just for my own sanity? Because, like, that would be a proper passion project for me. And I wouldn't half-ass the videos at all, ever. So, like, if I had a second channel for that, I would literally probably, like, bring out at most a video a week. More likely a video a month. Highly researched, highly detailed, highly everything. Get the upgrade on it, increases spray width. Thing is, I don't need the upgraded spray width. I'm fully aware that the upgrade would be useful, but I don't need it. Even with the mega field. It would be useful, sure, but it's not something that I want to rush towards. Also, I want to, before we finish the stream, and I'm going to do it next, if you don't maintain your tractor, it won't work well. That's an amazing bit of insight there. Yeah, I'm actually going to wash the Massey here, because this has been through the ringer doing the forestry for me. So I'm using keyboard and mouse for doing this, just because it's slightly easier than spinning the wheel like a madman. But I do believe, actually, Connor, you've got a bit of a point there, that dirt does increase the speed at which equipment wears or something. I did read that somewhere or other, and I can't remember where. Well, that might not even... That might not... I'll learn English someday, guys. That might not even be correct. There we go. Hey, FS Man 2008. Right, let's get this show on the road with the... Whoa! Forgot I had cheat mode on. Let's get this bad boy cleaned up. Because he has done a lot of work for us and he deserves to be clean and neat and tidy. There we go. Shiny Massey returns. Shiny, neat and tidy and clean. Also the Magsy can get a bit of a wash. It's a bit dirty. Can I wash this while I'm over? Oh, I can literally just reach this. Perfect. Also give the lime a bit of a wash down. Can I... Is this gonna work? Oh my god. Talk about stretching it. It's kind of working. Not very well, but it's working. That's not as fun as the silliness with the chainsaw. Right. Let's close this down. And get into the field to spread the lime. If you're just joining us, the mega field has been constructed. I have joined up fields 18, 19 and 12. Oh, good lord. Maybe I should get the extension. I've joined up fields 18, 19 and 20 into one field. And also, like, a bit of the area around them. What do I have? Logitech G27. I've had it for several years now. I can't remember how long I've had it. But it just works still. And I can't afford a new wheel, which is kind of a secondary thing. I prefer to have like a Thrustmaster TMX or something, but I can't afford that. Hey goats! See you, Connor. Anime started at 8, looking at the stream countdown. I presume he'd come in here first, just to give me a heads up. But he might. I was fully planning on just having a nice 2-hour stream today, and then Landy broke his computer. Don't know why I'm complaining. I get an extra hour of streaming, and I got time to finish the mega field. So the next jobs on this field are going to be throwing all of the lime in the world ever at it. And then cultivating it, then throwing half the seeds in the world ever at it. And because we can't afford a corn header, it's gonna be soybeans. That's the only... Is it the only option, though? Yeah, we'll do. Are you going live now, Landy? So yeah, I said your countdown's for like 8. Hey, NM Farmer. Thank you very much. Yep, sweet. NM Farmer with the $5 saying, hi all. Oh, my voice is going. This does not bode well. I have to go get a cup of like tea with honey in it. And I will have a look in the group chat. What field is the big one? This one? It's, I'll just stop this real quick. Let me just show you the mega field. So, what was once... What was once fields 18, 19, and 20 is now just mega field 1. It is just one field now. I know I'm gonna need more lime, Dakmar. That lime wasn't intended to be all the lime I'd ever need. Which does actually mean I won't be able to afford a corn header at all, even if I sell off the seeder that I have currently, because I need to put the money towards... Yeah, soybeans is the better crop. Soybeans is the better crop to do, because it makes more money than corn. Alfie, like the stream, keep up with the good work. I'll try. If you're enjoying, guys, do hit the like button, do hit subscribe, do Macarena. I don't know why you'd want to do the Macarena, but you should. The joy of doing lime, actually, I've just realized, is going to point out if I missed any bit. If I missed any bits, like right there. Because I ran straight over the top of that, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't miss any bits. Okay. Hey, Johnny. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes. We're only 4 likes off. And Landy should be starting up in a minute, so I will be finishing very, very soon indeed. I hope Landy's starting soon. Because I do need to run, and I say run. I need to just swap over into the other save that I have to record for tomorrow. Buy more lime. I don't need more lime right this second. I will need more lime, but I don't need it right now. Landy's live! So with that, and unfortunately only on 46 likes according to my like counter that I use. Which is still good. Oh, never mind, the like count was just updated to 57. GG. I'm just finishing up now, Tommy. 58 likes, very nice. The like counter was wrong. Bear in mind, the number that you guys are seeing on the stream itself is the number that I see, because there's no way for me to see a live update other than that. But that is gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, Macarena. And also, you know, just join the Discord and join in the fun over there. Tends to be some good chats on the Discord usually. Some of the more active, it's I think the most active non-Daggerwin Farm Sim YouTuber Discord. So close to 10k. I know, but Dragon has been annoying me. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.